Also, the other thing we did is we consolidated HR. So again, we had HR officers and staff in every single department because redundancy is the name of the game when you're playing bureaucracy. But that's bad government. Good government is when you say, HR staff, what would an ideal HR mission look like? And instead of us all doing manual processes and doing it differently and inefficiently, they said it all comes together in DOA. Governor said it's all going to be in DOA and it's going to look this way. And we executed HR consolidation last year. We're pushing the go live button on February 8th. Here's what our HR staff found. We have 70 process inefficiencies in HR across the government. 70, right? They identified them and they said, we're going to standardize this, we're going to automate it, we're going to use a service management solution and digital workflows to get rid of all these inefficiencies. So what does that mean for us? Better, faster, easier government, right? Which means ultimately, lower taxes. You got to follow the ... because that's what, better liberty, right? Less out of your pocketbooks means more freedom for you. That's what we're ultimately going for. So all of that's going to happen on February 8th. Done. Good job.
Yay.
I know. We also then said, where else, let's take this digital thing even further. Where else can we digitize and automate these processes that are manual and paper-based? I'm going to tell you some things that are going to make your mouth drop. We used to do all these things by paper. Just 2 years ago when I started. All of our new hire paperwork, all of our performance evaluations, all of them for 15,000 employees every year, okay? All of our recruitment paperwork, okay? All of our benefits paperwork, okay? All of it, all of it. All of our timesheets, all of it. Yeah, all on paper. So then we translate it all into computers because we don't actually want to store all the paper, so there's a lot of room for manual mistakes. I'm really proud of the fact that we're eating down this pile. And all those other things I told you, the performance evaluations, recruiting, onboarding, all of that's now been digitized. It's all now electronic. I'm so happy about that. Like, boom, 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 boom. Like, there's no more paper to store, no more paper to have to go through, because all that storage costs you money. And that money comes out of BP and your pocketbooks. So now we don't have to do any of that anymore. So then we went even further. We're like, this automation thing really rocks. We really love this. So what else could we do? We then brought on a new system called Alaska Now that is going to convert, we're actively doing this right now, converting 160 of our manual processes in the government into automated IT workflows. Boom, 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 boom. They'll just run like dominoes. And we don't have to do them by people anymore. Genius, right? That's just the start. We'll be able to put that through all of our departments. So HES and all these others that have a lot of these manual workflows will be able to automate. Best news for you, before COVID, your experience with the government was you come to a government office, you know, maybe like one of mine, and you have to stand there and wait, and wait, and wait. Does that feel familiar? It sounds familiar to me. I would get your complaints, right? So what we've done now, especially because of COVID, because we wanted you to be safe, we have automated appointments. We put a lot of our services online. You know, there's only 5 reasons why you actually have to go to the DMV. If you didn't know that, I want to tell you that now. And you only have to go once a decade. So please get the news out. You only have to go to the DMV once a decade for 5 reasons. Most of it's just a license renewal. Otherwise, everything's online. You don't even have to go. And one of those reasons is your first driver's license for your driver's test. The other reason is when you first move here. So really you only have to go once a decade to renew your driver's license. Otherwise, it's all online. And similarly with the other agencies, you can do stuff on the phone, online, or an automated appointment so you don't have to actually go into a government office. That's what we're trying to do for you. So finally, last thing, we focus on saving you money. Governor is so focused on closing this deficit gap. So we've started doing everything we can too. We've started migrating a lot of our data in the state to the cloud. Storing our information on servers in the state is very expensive and you have to upgrade and upkeep all the time. And so we're gonna save 30 million minimum a year. The number is actually a lot higher, but I wanna maintain our expectations at what I know we're gonna meet. 30 million at least a year by going to the cloud. In addition to the cloud, those consolidations that we're completing, along with the strategic sourcing and the contracts, 38 to 64 million a year. And then, over the next 5 years. And then we've implemented some saving measures for the state in our healthcare plan. We're gonna save $21 million for that in the state healthcare plan. Those are just some of the things that we're knocking out for savings, just really diligently focusing on what can we do to contribute to money.